Alright, what we're going to plant here, we got some black cherry. We're planting these because just as kind of a wildlife tree, and they got some nice looking white flowers in the spring or whatnot when they're blooming. But pretty much planting them for the birds and just to add variety to our landscape here. We're going to tube these because the last time we tried planting them, the deer ate them right down to the ground. So I'll show you how we go about planting these. Take our dibble. First you got to pull your pants up. Then you grab your dibble. You step your dibble into the ground. Make some room for the roots. And this is what the seedling looks like, black cherry. That's the kind of root structure they got. I mean, some of them have more than others, but it ain't the biggest root. And we keep them in the mixture of water and super gel just to keep the roots moist, because if they dry out, your little tree will die. And the super gel, we got it from the nursery, so all it is it's supposed to increase the amount of trees you have that survive, make them do a little better. But anyhow, I'll shove the moist roots down into this hole here that we created with our dibble. And you don't want to J-root them. You don't want the roots curling back up. You want to get the roots straight down off to the side or straight to the bottom of your hole. Then we'll take our dibble, and this is hard clay soil, so if you had better soil, it would work a little better. I stick the dibble a couple inches away, and basically you're just smashing that soil tight against the tree roots, so you're eliminating any air pockets, because if there's any air pockets down there, them roots will dry out and your little tree will die. Okay, so now the little black cherry tree's planted. Now I'll show you what we got going here. We got little electrical conduit. Now the first year we planted tree tubes, I thought cutting the conduit at a 45-degree angle would work best. Thought, yeah, it'd cut down into the ground better. Well, when you do that over just cutting it so it's straight off, when you pound these that you put the angle on, you can get them straight, but a lot of them veer this way, they veer that way, and we've had a lot better success with just cutting them straight off as far as pounding them straight. Now when you pound these in, you got to remember which way you jammed your dibble in and wiggled it, because you don't want to jam this tube in, this piece of conduit. And just in case you're wondering what size it is, it's 1/2 inch. We bought it at Home Depot. No, I lied. We bought it at Menards. I remember buying it at Menards. But it's 1/2 inch Schedule 40 electrical conduit. Like I said, you don't want to jam it in right exactly where you had your dibble, because you don't want to wreck the roots on the tree. So you take your little conduit and just use the dibble. Pound her in the ground. I didn't get her the straightest either, but better than some, worse than others. Best I can hope for. So now we got our little tree tubes, and you set the one zip tie over. You start sliding her down. Get the other zip tie over. Force her down a little bit. Tighten up your zip ties. Also, in the past, on some of them we've had to pile some dirt around the edge just to kind of hold it, because the mice and stuff kind of try and work their way under. And then we have little nettings that I forgot at the shed that I'm going to have to go back and get, that you put over the top, because there's nothing worse come over to peek in your tree tube, see how your little tree's doing, and some hornets or bees come out of there. That's not pleasant. But that's a quick overview of how we're planting our black cherry trees. Thanks.